talking with commissioners from other counties that were involved with reassessments, and hearing what our other commissioners here discuss with the commissioners also, and discussions with our staff. I believe that even though Tyler is more expensive initially, I think that we would get a higher quality product. Excuse me. I think we would get a higher quality product from Tyler, and I realize the initial cost is higher, but I believe in the long run it actually could be lower, but at least provide a higher degree of satisfaction for the property owners of this county. I think they are better prepared to stave off appeals by involving the property owners throughout the process of data collection, and once they get their valuations, both at the informal level and the formal appeal level. I believe that they will have a much higher degree of accuracy than what I got the impression from 21st Century. I like the way that they chose to screen the employees that they're going to hire at the local level to collect the data. And I think their methods for data collection are better than what 21st Century presented for their methods. I think their public involvement, the way they want to approach the public, to inform the public what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and throughout the process, I think their overall public involvement, their ability to communicate what's being done and why, and how they arrived at their evaluations, I think, again, come across better from Tyler than 21st Century. The data input, they have a chemist system that, again, seems to be much more advanced than what the 21st Century system is. We use some of their equipment now, and I'm told there's some concerns with the data that we are getting with the system that we're currently using from 21st Century. And I already said more accurate values, and I think that's very important to me, that we have very accurate values. And we talked about it. Size of the company. The Tyler company is a considerably larger company. Essentially, the 21st Century is a family-owned company that you could basically wind up losing in a car accident. And the other thing that I didn't care for is that the family that owns the 21st Century also wants to develop a portion of Lebanon County, namely agrarian country. And they have a vested interest in my judgment on what the values of land will be as a result of their other business interests. So for that reason, I can't support 21st Century. I would be prepared to vote in favor of hiring the Tyler company.
Well, I'd like to follow up after that statement, if I may. I have some samples of the quality of the product that they're going to produce, just for anybody who hasn't seen it. I found that their presentation, we went through 2 rounds of presentations, and the confidence level was really raised. And on the tax bill itself, it will show you the old reassessment value and the new reassessment value. I think it's very informative and very forthright. You did mention that we're forced into this reassessment. I think we have to make the best of it. And the fact that somebody owns property, I never considered that in making this decision. It was a solid proposal. They came back and answered all of our questions and compared all the different prices that they were charging in the other counties. They offered that information freely, and we were able to see that what they had done was consistent from one county to the other. So there's no way that we were shown favoritism or not. And as to the outcome, they have to go by the law and the books, and there's no way they can fudge it. Our staff is going to be going over everything and looking for quality control. There's all kinds of built-in checks and balances, and I have every confidence that they will do a quality.
Call for the vote. All those in favor, consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
The ayes have it, so carries.
What about this comment?
That's tomorrow or next week.
He's coming in next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to bring somebody in next week for. But we interviewed all 3.
Okay.
And then we narrowed it down to 2, and we brought the 2 back in. We asked them to give us their best offer, and basically gave them an hour and 15 minutes to use as they saw fit for the second time around. And I think like Larry said, the first round, I think Tyler was a better presentation. The second round, I felt Barr was a better presentation. So with $755,000 being the difference, it was an easy decision for me.
Me too.
It's a lot of money, $750,000.
And it's taxpayers' money. It's not our money, it's taxpayers' money. We have to be frugal with that money.
Where do you feel the cost will come down the road?
21st Century has done more in Pennsylvania than any other company.
They've done Tioga, Cumberland, Perry, Adams, Luzerne, Lackawanna, Washington. They gave us a whole bunch of examples, and I too spoke with people from other counties and what their questions and concerns were. And the reason I know that we're going to get quality service is because we're doing what's called a turnkey operation, and that means they're doing practically the whole thing, and our staff is doing just little bits. And so if the staff was doing the majority of it and they were just doing a little, their price would be less and we would not get priority service, so to speak. But because we are a turnkey operation, they have very few others going right now, so all their focus will be on us, and we'll get it done quick and we'll get it done right.
Just so you're aware, the Tyler person that would be in charge of our
proposals, there's quality control built into the proposal, which means our staff will randomly or intentionally check the work of the vendor to make sure that the values are right, and we can select that or we can randomly
I think that
do that.
in the Tyler proposal, I think 1 out of every 10 they were going to spot check themselves. The supervisors would spot check the field workers.
That sounded good, but at the same token, that's like the fox guarding the hen house, so it's our staff that has to check up on them and make sure it's right, not their own company.
So my understanding, they'd both start around July 1st if we'd hire them, either company.